Hey guys, it's Annie, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be flipping through my first bullet journal for 2021. This is basically all of the bullet journaling I've done from January to June, and I'm super excited to show you guys what all the spreads look like completed, because obviously in my Plan With Me videos you don't get to see the full spread once it's completely filled in. And without further ado, be sure to like, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for more bullet journaling, wellness and inspirational content from me. And let's get right on to the flip through. So hey guys, I probably explained what this video is all about in the intro, so let's get right onto it. I'm just going to be flipping through my first bullet journal of 2021 because obviously we're only halfway through the year, so I thought I'd do kind of like a mid-year flip through from January to June. So let's get right onto it. So start off with my 2021 bullet journal setup. Of course, you guys, this is I already have a video on this where I set up all these spreads, so go check that out if you haven't already. But this is just the little name page, which I love. Then my key, and this is pretty much stays the same throughout all of my bullet journals. Next, my kind of cover page for the year, and then a cute little New Year quote. Then my index, I kind of stopped using this in April, as you can see, because I didn't really feel like there was a need for it. I kind of just flip through and find the page easily. It was a lot of a hassle to fill in, so I kind of just left it. Then we have my future log, which I'm not going into too much detail because it has all of my events on it, obviously, but I love the Dutch door design. Then I have my goal page, which is looking really cute. I mean, it's pretty much the same. I'm just ticked some stuff off, and yeah. Then I have my 2021 in pixels. The colours are so cute, and I feel like I'm going to try and fill this up, keep filling this in until the end of the year. I just obviously need to refer back to this journal because obviously I'm not using this one right now because I've moved into another one. But I need to, when I refer back to this, I can always fill it in from my monthly mood tracker. I feel like this is going to be so cute to look back on at the end of the year. So next I have my themes of 2021 spread. I really need to update this. I hadn't updated it since April, as you can see. So I need to do May and June and then also July. So yeah, I'm a bit behind on that, but I will be filling it in before the end of the year. And I feel like it looks really cute so far. It's just kind of the fonts I used in that month, and then some of the main doodles and the theme, just to show it off a little bit. Then we have my books for 2021. This is not completely up to date once again because I transferred all of this over to my new journal, so it's not completely up to date, but you know, the other one is more up to date, pretty much, yeah. But these are some of the books I have read this year. I have a podcast episode where I did talk about all of the books I have read this year. It went up last week. So if you want to listen to me talk about books for 40 minutes, then go listen to that, because I basically just talk about every single book I've read this year. Then I have my YouTube and Instagram growth. This spread isn't my favourite. I didn't really use it that much because I didn't really need it, because I'm not too focused on that anymore. But yeah. Then I have, of course, my January setup. I love this theme. This is one of my favourite themes I've done this year. I love the colours and obviously the doodles and the font, everything about it. The reason I did do this theme, I think I mentioned it in my Plan With Me video, is because I did get a dog in January, so I thought it only necessary to dedicate a cute little theme to it. My favourite dog doodles are definitely the Dalmatian, and probably, I think this is a pointer, I'm not entirely sure, but I thought they were really cute doodles, and I love the colours as well. My calendar, my habit and mood tracker, the colours on this are so beautiful, I love it. My kind of extra trackers and my playlist, I love the ombre colours here. I started doing this spread this year and I love it so much. I do it every single month. You'll see me do loads more in the coming months, you'll see when I flip through, but I've done so many of these spreads and they're so helpful for me. Then I have my playlist. Yeah, I have obviously my January playlist on Spotify and my playlist for all of 2021 so far. If you would like to check them out, they will be linked down below as usual. Then I have my workout log. I haven't actually done this since January, so I feel like I should bring it back because it was quite helpful. But yeah, this was really cute, and then obviously the colours on this are amazing. I do repeat this spread every single month. It's just my exercise tracker. Then moving on to my January weekly spreads. One of my favourite weekly spreads is the landscape one. I think I talked a lot about it in my video where I went through some of my favourite weekly spreads to do. I think it was a few months back. I really enjoyed that video, so I did talk a lot about the landscape one, which I loved. Moving on, then I have my January vision board. I did make this in a video where I was doing vision boarding, so I thought this was really cute for like the New Year vibe. Yeah, I love the lettering and obviously the colours. Most of these photos are from Pinterest, and my Pinterest is linked down below, of course. Then I've got my second week of January weekly spread. I kept this one nice and simple, but I love how it turned out, especially with the colours. Then I have my how to draw dog doodles. This spread didn't really go as planned, so I did film this for a video, but I didn't end up posting that video because it wasn't very nice, so I just kind of left it and I didn't think it was necessary. But yeah, moving on. Next, I love this one as well. I love the Dutch door. This is really good when I have a really busy week and I want a lot more room to plan, because it gives a lot of room, especially because it's kind of like over almost 4 pages pretty much. So I love that, and the colours are so cute once again. This spread I actually did make in a video where it was, I let my Instagram followers decide my bullet journal. But yeah, this was really cute. It was something new that I hadn't really tried before. But yeah, this was kind of empty as I was kind of having a bit of a week off, pretty much. Well, I mean, I was still doing online school, but I wasn't doing content creation. This is when I took a break from YouTube. So this is all kind of pretty... What was I saying? This is kind of pretty empty compared to what I'd usually do. Next, this is my February. I was on a break, so I didn't do a plan with me video for this month, but I did do like kind of like a flip through at the end of the month when I came back. I think it's like I am back video or something like that. But yeah, I did this cute little watercolor Northern Lights theme, which I really loved. I was really looking forward to experimenting with different materials with this bullet journal, because this is my first kind of archery and olive bullet journal. As the last one, I couldn't really experiment too much because it would bleed through the page constantly and it was so annoying, but I was really looking forward to experimenting with this journal. Next, I have my February calendar. I didn't end up actually filling this out because I didn't feel the need to, so it's a bit empty, but it's okay. Next, my habit and mood tracker. I'm not a huge fan of the mood tracker for this, but because of like the greys and the colours, but you know, it's okay. But I do love the idea of the habit trackers. One thing, I wasn't a big fan of this font because it was really difficult to write neatly in watercolour, but I feel like if I was to do it in future, I'd use watercolour pencils and then go over it. I feel like that would look a lot nicer. Once again, this is my like tracker spread and my exercise. I said I kept these all the same. I wasn't a huge fan of it this month because of the colours. They wasn't as colourful. There wasn't a range of colours as such, but I still really liked how it turned out. Next, my February playlist. I had 2 spare pages here because I was planning on doing another spread, but I didn't need it in the end because I wasn't doing content creation this month as such. So I just decided to go for a double spread playlist, which I don't think I've done before. Next, moving on to my weekly thread. This is pretty much the same as the one I had in January, but I love this one. I love the quote and the little circle of watercolour and the border. I feel like it brought the whole spread together. Next, I have another weekly spread, which is kind of like the rolling task list. I think that's what it's called. I love this one. It's really helpful if I have repeating tasks every day, so I have to write them out once, like again and again for each day. Like for example, like my morning and evening routine. This was when I was just starting a podcast, so this brings back memories. It was February, week 6 of 2021. So I had like a little podcast to-do list section. It was like order microphone, make the cover art, record episode 1. It was very exciting. I loved making my podcast. Next on this spread, I kind of did a combination. I did my usual like a section for each day. I did the usual layout, and then I added, because I had lots of space as it was a Dutch door, I added in a rolling to-do list once again, and then a section for events. And I love this little like feature here, the watercolor. I loved it, and the quote, of course. Next, I have another landscape weekly spread, which I'm obsessed with how this turned out. It looks so cute, especially the middle. I feel like the watercolour was so nice. Even though this theme wasn't as good as, I feel like it didn't reach the potential I'd expected it to, because I was on break, so it wasn't really like making it too artistic, but the fact that I already started the theme, I wanted to carry it on. But I really loved how it looked. It was so cute, and it was really nice to do some watercolour because I hadn't really done it in a while. Yeah. Now for March, I loved this theme so much. I think the inspiration I got this inspiration from because my mum, she runs like an art club, and she did like an adults class one time, and it was these watercolour oranges, and I loved how they looked. But I decided, because I did watercolour last month, I wanted to try something new, and I did it with coloured pencils. So I did pretty much the same, but I did it with pencils, and I thought it turned out really cute. I love doing like the shading, but it was so cute and easy to draw as well. And I hadn't really done coloured pencil since like my early bullet journaling days, when I was too scared to go in with pen, so I did like everything in coloured pencil. But this brings back memories from when I was doing it my first bullet journal ever, so I really loved this. I was more of a fan of these like orange doodles as opposed to like the orange tree. It didn't really look as good as I liked to, so we're going to kind of ignore that. But overall, I really did like this theme. Then I have, of course, my calendar. Yeah, pretty much the same as the other ones. I love this quote as well, and it was so cute how I could add little flower doodles, little orange doodles. I loved this one so much. Then my habit and mood tracker, pretty much the same. There's not really too much to say here. This month was pretty good in terms of like sleep, steps, screen time was overall kind of not too bad. Then I have my exercise, which I was quite good at in March as well. Then I have my content planner. I didn't show this in the Plan With Me video, but I did do it in the end. It was kind of hectic. It didn't really work out as well as I wanted it to. I did a better one I think I did another one in May and in July that I really enjoyed, so I'll show you that one in a sec. But this one didn't really work out, but obviously it's a learning curve, so I learned this layout wasn't that good for planning my content, so yeah, that's all fine. Next I have my March expenses. I don't know why I said Marks and Spencers, I don't know. It was kind of, you can kind of tell most of it was pretty much food and books. Yeah, that's my life. So I didn't really use that much, as I'm not really, it was locked down, so I couldn't really spend that much money because I was like at home. I'm obviously online, but that's not really the same for me. But anyways, next was my March playlist. I took inspiration from my October 2020 playlist, which I did this like kind of like, it was not measured out, it was quite rough, and I really liked that. It was really cute with like the washi tape-esque doodles, and like it looked like a little post-it note kind of, so I like kind of like they were stuck on, and then it had the cute little flower doodles, which I loved. Yeah. Moving on now for my March weekly spreads. I've got the landscape one once again. This crops up pretty much every month because of how useful it is and how much space there is for doodles as well. I feel like it has a great balance of everything I need. It has good space for quote, good space for planning out, morning routine space, doodle space. It's just got a bit of everything, which I love. Then I really like this weekly spread. I think it would have been nicer if I could make the title stand out a bit more, because it doesn't really stand out from the rest of my task list, but I think it's really cute anyway, and I love this cute little quote section. I feel like this font is so cute, even though it's kind of really simple lowercase. And I also loved how I did like the number in the oranges. I feel like that was so creative, and I should bring that back with my different themes. This spread was just kind of me doing some stationery testing, so just ignore that. I might just stick the page together. I was kind of doing some lettering practice, just some stuff. Now I have another one of the Dutch door, like horizontal not horizontal, vertical weekly spread. Kind of pretty much the same. I used washi tape to do the oranges, and I feel like it looked really sleek and cute at the end, which I loved. This is another Dutch door. I have my morning and evening routine down here, which was really helpful to keep me on track, and then my normal task, events, content posting, task list here for each day, and then some more orange doodles. Now moving on to April, which was kind of like my vegetable theme. I realised after I filmed the video that this should have probably been for like a harvest season, maybe like in autumn, as opposed to being in April. I feel like that was a pretty random month to do a vegetable theme, but you know, oh well, it's done now. And I loved, it was so cute how I did like the under the ground, under the soil vegetables. That's one of my favourite parts about this theme, and I love the font as well. This is when I started experimenting with like calligraphy in my bullet journal. More for this one, I used my Tombow Fudenosuke soft tip brush pen. Usually I'd use the hard tip if I'm doing more calligraphy, but I decided to go for this one just for a change for this month. Then my calendar, pretty much the same. Then my habit and mood tracker, I decided instead of doing like one spread habit, one spread mood, I kind of blended it over 2 pages, and I feel like it looked really cute. And obviously I had space for a quote, and who doesn't love a quote, you know? I loved the colours as well in this theme. Then this exercise and workout log. Most of the pens I used here were either from Paper Chase or from, I think most of them were Crayola Super Tips, so yeah, that's where I got all the colours from. This spread I didn't really like that much. I didn't really use it, and it kind of was really bad keeping me on track. I much prefer just using my exercise tracker, so I wouldn't probably repeat that in the future for myself, but obviously it might work with someone else, just not what doesn't work for what I like to do. Then once again, obviously my trackers and sleep. I love this spread so much. I've used it pretty much every month this year so far because I don't know what I would do without it. Then my April playlist, I kept this nice and measured out, different to my March one. I really loved how it turned out, and I loved the colours, the lettering, all of it. Now moving on to the weekly spreads, I brought back, of course, the little under the soil, the crops growing. I loved that. And then kept this one nice and simple as well. Of course, bringing back my the like vertical Dutch door. I did the doodles down the side. I did a quite nice quote. Yeah. Then my April content tracker. I feel like I didn't really need this. I mean, I didn't really need this spread. I feel like this spread would have just been fine. Like, I didn't really need that much, but I didn't really utilize this very well in April, but, you know, it's okay. I did use it a lot better in May, because I had it more planned out. I feel like I was more active, and I knew what was going on more. Next, I have my weekly spread. This is another one of the landscape, of course. This one was so busy. I don't know if it was just the fact that I decided to write down more tasks than I would usually, like the ones that I would usually do, but I decided to just write them down as well. Or if I was actually really busy, but you know, this was very hectic. I think I was on Easter holidays, I'm pretty sure. So, I honestly don't know. But yeah, this was really nice. Next, a vertical layout, which actually was so helpful. I hadn't done one of these like in this journal yet, so I thought I'd bring it back because it was really helpful when I had done it. But yeah, it actually maximizes space really well, and I even had space for habits at the top and a quote, so I feel like that was really good. Not a lot of space for doodles, but I feel like it was worth it because I had a lot of room for planning. Another really simple weekly spread. This week was less busy, so I opted for this layout instead of the other ones, which have more room to plan. But you know, I think it's still really cute. Now moving on to my May theme. This was one of my absolute favourite themes I've done this year. I think it probably is my favourite theme. It was inspired by like Copenhagen and like the colourful buildings. It could also be like Bermuda, Italy, wherever if you think about it, but I got loads of pictures of Copenhagen and just kind of used them as reference. I linked them in the description of my Plan With Me video if you'd like to check that out. But I did the cute little colours. I love the colours, obviously. Most of the pens I used were mild liners, apart from the pink one. I think the pink one was a Crayola Super Tip. I've got it here. It was this Crayola Super Tip. But the rest of them were mild liners, and yeah. I loved doing the little boat doodle. I feel like that was really cute because most of these houses are on the water, so I thought the boat was only necessary. Next was my calendar. I love this one so much. I just loved, this was one of my favourite doodles I did. It's so cute. Then my habit and mood. I made the mood so different. Usually I do like a circular one or do like doodles and have to colour them in different colours. But this time I went for like a more graph layout because I wanted to keep the focus on this like kind of building doodle in the middle, and I loved how that turned out. I was not expecting it to look so cute, and I thought I would just experiment this month. And I felt like the colours turned out so cute. It wasn't too overwhelming, and I know if I had done like a colour coded mood tracker it would have been too hectic, but I'm so glad I did this one instead. In terms of mood trackers, it wasn't my favourite, but I think for this spread it went really well. Now for, of course, this is kind of getting repetitive, but of course my usual trackers and exercise. I love the colours in this month. I love how it turned out, but I'm not going to dwell on it too much because you've seen it many times in this video before. Next I have my content planner. This was the one I was talking about. It is just really simple, and I feel like it really worked well. I have different symbols for different types of content, and I love doing this kind of like repeated writing. I don't know how to explain it, but you can kind of tell I loved it so much. I added it after the Plan With Me video, but I thought it looked cute. Then my playlist, I love the colours on this one. I added a lot more songs than I would usually, but you know, I still think it looks so cute. Then this week was kind of disappointing because I did such a cute layout, but I didn't really use it that much because it was, I think it was some kind of, it was like a few weeks before exams, but I didn't really have a lot to do because we weren't getting set homework or anything. So I don't know why I wasn't this busy, and I didn't include my morning and evening routine in this because I didn't have enough time to write it all down, but you know, that's fine. Then this one, the colours were so cute. I loved it. I loved, this colour was really cute. I used it for like the roofs and the doors. It was my Tombow pen. I think I've got it here. I used it a lot. I'm using it this month because it's July. I'm using it for like the stick of my ice dollies, but this one I've used so many in so many months this year, and I really think it's amazing. It is the 977 Tombow dual tip brush pen. Anyways, back to the flick through. I have, these spreads are pretty much the same. I love this quote. So I'm just going to kind of flip through. This is my favourite weekly spread I did. This is so cute. I loved, as I said, the repeated writing. I repeated that once again. The landscape once again, but I decided to kind of switch it up and do the doodles on the outside instead of in the middle. I loved the houses, and then the quote, and the what's it called, the boat as well, which was cute. Now the last month, which is June, I kept this one really simple as I had loads of exams going on, so I thought it would still look cute, but even though it was pretty simple theme overall. I kept the font quite simple, the doodles quite simple, the colours quite minimal. I mean, I say the colours were minimal, I take that back, they are not minimal, but that's what brought it all together. Then I have my calendar spread. I was running out of pages in this bullet journal, so I decided to maximise the space as much as possible, so I did a one spread calendar layout, but I think it looked really cute. I love this playlist. I don't know what it was about. I think the fact that it was so minimal, but the colours brought it all together was so cute. I don't know what I loved so much about this spread, but I really need to bring it back because it's one of my favourite playlist spreads I've ever done. I have no idea what it is, but it's just the fact that it's so cute. I don't know why, but you know, that's okay. I'm probably going to repeat this spread in the future because I loved it. Next, my habit and mood tracker. I literally finished completing this like a few days ago because right now it is like literally the 3rd of July I'm recording this, so I finished filling this all in like a few days ago, so I think it looked really cute. I loved this. The one thing I would have changed is maybe made the green more like a better mood, because I didn't really have that many bad days, so I didn't really use any green, which I feel like was kind of bad because I needed more balance, but I think it still looked really nice. I was thinking about drawing loads of dinosaurs on this page to colour in, but that was a lot of work, so I did these kind of dinosaurish shapes, which I loved. I did these on this spread, and I thought that was still really cute, and it kind of did link in with the theme. Once again, not going to kind of change this too much, but it was my trackers. You can see my steps went down so much here because I was in self-isolation, so I couldn't even go for a walk. So my steps were so low, and I found that so depressing. But you know, it's okay. I did do quite a few, considering I was not able to leave my house. You can see I did workouts, but I didn't do any extra like sports or walking that I would usually do, because I'd be at school doing like sports and stuff, and I'd go on walks outside, but obviously I couldn't do that, so I just have my workouts in the last few weeks of June. Oh well, it's fine. I think I made the most of it, so you know. Then I have another one of these, pretty much the same layout. Another landscape one. This was kind of unique. I haven't done this one before, but it was just kind of like the middle, and then it was similar layout to this one, but it was just like I had like a little doodle section in the middle, which was cute. Then I have another one of the vertical ones, which maximizes the space a lot. One thing about this one, I had to like make the weekend in one like column to divide it by 6. So there's enough room, but I think it doesn't really matter, because in the weekend I don't usually use my bullet journal to plan out my day so much. I kind of just go with what I feel like doing, or what I kind of know what I need to do. So I don't usually tend to write it down, but you know, still. And that is it. I had one spare page double spread left just in case, but I just decided to leave that blank because you never know what I would need to do. But that is it. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell for more bullet journaling, wellness and inspirational content from me. And of course, stick around for my end of 2021 bullet journal setup. It sounds so crazy to say that, but it will be coming in a few months at the end of the year, so stay tuned for that. And of course, I will see you next time. Bye guys!